So, coming from Reuters, Apple seeks approval to buy chips from blacklisted Chinese company. So, this is one of the things that makes me proud to be an American. That's right. I have the freedom to beg the government to allow me to do the things that I should just simply be able to do, right? Freedom in America. You have the right to get on hands and knees and beg for the ability to do things. So anyways, with this particular story, this kind of shows you the disaster of the intersection between the AI bubble that we've created here in the United States and the idiotic anti-China policy that the government has been pushing, to be clear, for many administrations at this point in time. So basically what is going on right now with Apple is they can no longer get access to the RAM that they need for all of the products that they create. So one of the things we've been talking about with the AI bubble is that the AI bubble is going to harm the small hardware companies out there. So there's an article I'm going to be talking about later today where there is literally this one small manufacturer of like intelligent routers. And when they started producing their routers, the DRAM for those routers cost $30 per device. Right, so they went out there, they built the device, they spec'd the device, they made sure people wanted to buy the device, they started selling the device. The RAM, just the RAM was $30, which was okay. Now, apparently, in 1 year, the price of RAM has increased to the point that the RAM alone is $300. We're not talking that the system on a chip went from $30 to $300, like the entire hardware, compute package inside. No, we're talking about just the RAM itself has gone up to $300. And one of the arguments that's been out there is, well, this is going to hit the small vendors, but companies like Apple, they're going to be fine because they're multi-trillion dollar companies. They purchase a tremendous amount of hardware every year, so they're going to be able to weather this disaster. But as we've seen last week, Apple came out and they said that they're going to be raising the prices of all of their devices for between $100 to $300 for the base level. And so that's one of the things that went out, right? Mainstream media, people like me, we talked about prices for Apple devices were going up by $100 to $300 simply because Apple was no longer able to provision the RAM and the storage the way they had been, and so the prices need to go up. One of the important points to talk about with that, though, or to remember about that, is that's only for the base levels. So if you bought a MacBook Pro with 16 gigs of RAM, that's going up by $100 or $300. Here's the thing. I've got this M5 MacBook Pro right here with 128 gigs of RAM. I think the price on that thing has gone up by like $800. Right, so basically right now, even companies like Apple are not able to get their hands on RAM. The interesting thing is, though, hey, did you know China has their own RAM manufacturer, CXMT, right? It was created in 2016. China could see the writing on the wall that they might get restricted from things like these technology hardware components. So they created CXMT, and they actually do very well. And so what Apple wants to do is they want to be able to purchase DRAM from CXMT in order to try to alleviate the pricing problems and the supply problems that they're dealing with, trying to provision RAM for Micron and those types of companies. And so what they have to do is they have to go to the Trump administration and they have to beg, right? Because there's restrictions on whether they'll be able to purchase RAM or DRAM from China. We can purchase all kinds of things from China. We probably purchase, rare earth material from China. We purchase drug precursors from China. There's all this stuff out there that we purchase from China. But RAM, that's the thing that at a civilizational level we really have to be concerned about. And so one of the things I've been talking about for a while now is that there's all these export control lists, and those export control lists are getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And this is where we run into the problem, right? So the AI bubble is sucking up all the hardware that can normally be provisioned by American companies. China produces hardware that would work for our companies, but now they have to jump through hurdles to try to be able to access this hardware. And it's just bad on every kind of level. The other thing too, I think is kind of interesting with this particular story, is it simply shows how China is winning this particular war, this particular interaction with the United States, where in the United States we scream, we yell, we go on to Truth Social and type things in all capital letters. And do you know what the Chinese do? They build factories. We write mean tweets and they build factories. And that's the thing. That's the beauty of how China is doing this. They're like, hey, we have this RAM. If you would like to purchase this RAM, we would be more than happy to sell you the RAM. But it's here. We're just gonna keep building RAM. You can either purchase it or not, right? This is how execution, right? China is executing on their plans while we are screaming. The other thing to be thinking about too with this, with CXMT, and even with Apple going on bended knee to the Trump administration to beg to be able to purchase this hardware. This is a win for China because one of the arguments with Chinese hardware, I don't understand why it's 2026, but it's still an argument, right? There's the argument is, oh, they are also RAMs in high tech, right? When you're talking about CPUs, when you're talking about AI accelerators, when you're talking about that type of technology, I mean, if you can't get good hardware, I guess you can use Chinese, right? That's one of the arguments that's on the table. What's curious here with CXMT and with Apple is basically Apple is now stating that CXMT's DRAM is good enough to put into their hardware, right? You go out, you buy an Apple computer, you're spending up to $6,000 on a laptop. You're spending up to $2,000 on a phone, right? You're spending a few $100s on an Apple TV or whatever else. And Apple is saying, as kind of a luxury brand, as a high-end American brand, they are stating that they feel comfortable putting CXMT hardware into their systems. And that's just the win for China. Because all they have to say, if somebody comes to CXMT and they're like, well, you got a good price on your DRAM, I'll give you that. And you can ship, right? You can ship us a whole bunch of product. But how do we know if your quality is up to our standards? It's like, well, Tim Cook went on bended knee to slobber on Trump's ring to beg to have the ability to buy our DRAM. Really, I think that's as much marketing as CXMT is ever going to need. And as I've said, this is where I get frustrated at this fucking disaster. It's just like, oh, Lordy. Anyways, it'll go over. We take a look at this article. Are you tired of winning yet? Your parasocial daddy is so tired. I'm just tired. I don't know what I'm tired from. I don't know. If this is winning, I'm tired of winning. Apple is lobbying the Trump administration for clearance to buy memory chips from Changzhen Memory Technologies, CXMT, a Chinese company the Pentagon has put on a blacklist. The iPhone maker has lobbied the White House for approval aimed at easing financial pressure on the company from rising memory chip prices. The lobbying push underscores the bind facing major U.S. technology companies as soaring memory chip costs collide with Washington's national security restrictions on Chinese chip makers. Apple approached the Commerce Department more than a month ago and also engaged other administration officials and allies in Washington. CXMT, China's top memory chip maker, was designated as a Chinese military company by the Defense Department under the Biden administration. And to be clear here, again, when I scream about this, this isn't just a Trump thing. Like this whole anti-China thing, this has been going on for a long time. The company, among others, was approved by an interagency committee last year for addition to the Commerce Department's entity list. U.S. companies cannot ship goods, software, and technology to companies on the list without a license, which is likely to be denied. You're trying to ship stuff to China. I don't know about that. We all know what the China man be like. China man be like, can I have a credit card, please? Credit card, please. Swipe. Here's your stuff. Anyways, Apple raised iPad and MacBook prices on Thursday, saying it could no longer shield customers from soaring memory and chip storage costs driven by the AI industry data center build out. So yeah, this is going to, I don't know, get interesting. I suppose it is going to get interesting as we see what happens with the dynamics between the United States and China. As I've been arguing for a while right now, right? China is building tech stacks. We are building a bubble. And I think this is going to be really bad. So right now, what is happening with our AI bubble is our AI bubble is gobbling up everything. We've had we've had stupidity in the past, right? We've had NFTs and we've had blockchain, we had VR. We just had a tremendous number of stupidities in the past. Here's the thing. You know what I used to like about the stupidities, whether it's NFTs or blockchain or Bitcoin or whatever else? I could get into a stupid argument, and then when I realized I was in a stupid argument, the awesome thing was I could stop and I could walk away. And basically that was when whatever we were talking about ended as far as relevance was concerned from my point of view. Now, to be clear, to be with Bitcoin for the gamers out there, right? There was a disaster with GPUs. But as long as you weren't trying to be a top end gamer, it didn't really matter, right? Like there would be arguments about Bitcoin, but at the end of the day, whatever. Buy whatever the hell you want to buy. I'm going to go home and do some actual work. The big problem that we're dealing with right now with this whole AI bubble is it's gobbling up everything, right? It's gobbling up electricity, it's gobbling up water, it's gobbling up land, it's gobbling up, processors and hard drive. I mean, that's the thing. Like hard drives are now in short supply. It's gobbling up RAM. So the issue becomes, right, there's the company I was talking about that creates this one, they're a small manufacturer of routers. And so that small manufacturer of routers, they were able to produce their routers at a reasonable price and be able to sell them to customers, and everybody was happy, right? RAM goes from $30 to $300. All of a sudden, that company may no longer be sustainable. My anger, my frustration, right, with the idiocy going on with the AI fraud is not the AI fraud itself. Look, if you want to invest into SpaceX, that's your business. If you want to argue about it, we can argue, discuss. But realistically, at the end of the day, look, you make money, you can put your money wherever the hell you want to put your money. The issue is when SpaceX is forcing themselves in the NASDAQ 100, so basically they can rip off everyone's 401k and IRA plans, right? The problem is when the RAM prices go up to the point that the small hardware manufacturers are no longer able to be viable. The problem is all of the ramifications that are spreading out from the massive overinvestment into this particular sector. And that's what we're seeing now, right? So basically our bubble has gotten so big, our companies can no longer purchase the resources that they need that they would normally be able to through the normal supply chain. Now they're having to go to China. So what is this doing? That is creating a massive idiotic bubble for us. That is going to end. When this ends, we are going to have data centers the sizes of Manhattans. Like, what do we do with it? Like, what do you do with dark data centers the size of Manhattan? Like, seriously. So when this ends, we're just going to have a bunch of we are going to have a bunch of rapidly depreciating garbage. And China is going to have a massive high-tech manufacturing base. It's just 2 plus 2 at this point in time. And that's my frustration with all of this. And that's where these two policies basically are coming together, right? The anti-China policy is forcing them to get better by the day. Our insane artificial intelligence policy is driving just a tremendous amount of resources that are essentially going to get turned into manure within the next couple of years. And I don't see how that's a winning combination for us in any way, shape, or form. So what do you think about this? What do you think about Apple being on bended knee, slobbering on Trump's ring to beg to be able to buy RAM from CXMT? Is that a baller move? Is that how the alpha dogs roll? If you're an American, you might be under an NDA. I understand this. Maybe you're under a non-disclosure agreement. Have you seen the plan? If you're in the Trump administration, have you seen the plan? Like when you've looked at Trump's plan, you don't have to tell me what it is. I understand there's NDAs. He tries to sue the crap out of everybody. Just tell me, does the plan actually make sense anywhere? Uh, Put your thoughts down in the comment section down below. If you like these videos, do remember they're on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. Link is down below. They're also, if you also want to follow me on LinkedIn, there's a link down there too. With that, see y'all later.